Hi YouTube, what's going on? So today, I want to talk about Tcpdump. So most of you guys, for the most used, frequently used program for filtering packets and dealing with network analysis is Wireshark. But for today, I'm going to use Tcpdump. I'm going to show you a basic packet capture, how to do packet capture, analyze the packets, analyze the IPs, use the filters, and look at the data packets. So first thing first, guys, I'm using now Black Arc, okay? So on this interface, I'm gonna capture the traffic, and here I'm gonna show you the filter. And we may open a third instance or third terminal to illustrate the process. So first, let's see, we have here, okay, scripts. Now, let's start Tcpdump with the following command. And here, you don't want Tcpdump to spit out all of the output continuously in real time in the terminal. Yes. So let's output this output of the capture into a file. So let's first make a file, name it nano capture 1.pcap. Oh, I think I make the wrong command. All right, now what we need to do now is to start Tcpdump and output all of the packet capture to this file using the switch -w. And here we put the path root capture. Now Tcpdump is listening on the interface, and as you know, it will save all the analysis to the captured pcap file. Now let's do the dummy traffic. All right, so let's go to Google, for example, and then we write offensive security. Let's go to this website, and here we go to YouTube. And also we can open another non-HTTPS website. Let's look for a non-HTTPS website. Let me, for example, I don't know, but we can start like this. SiteGround, they don't have HTTPS. I think they have. The purpose is I want to show you the difference between analyzing HTTPS and non-HTTPS traffic. Yeah, there's a website, I know it's called Nazi or Not. It's for blog about bodybuilding. As far they implemented the HTTPS. It's here. Actually, it's most of the sites on the internet. Most of them now have HTTPS. That they implemented the HTTPS. I mean, gone are the days when you find like most of the websites don't have HTTPS or something like that. So let's now close that, and let's analyze the capture traffic. Let's stop the Tcpdump, and here I'm gonna list the current file, and I have now the capture 1.pcap file. All right. Now to analyze this, you gotta understand some basic switches and filters in order to make sure that the capture file doesn't overwhelm you, because it's overwhelming. It has too much data, too much packets. You cannot read it without filters. So what I'm about to use now, I'm going to use, let's see first, okay, let's see the IP addresses, okay, the source and destination IP addresses. We can use actually awk, unique, and sort as a command line tools to filter traffic in, or to filter traffic you want from the capture file. So let's say that we want to see the most visited IP address, okay, or the IP addresses that I have visited, you know. So what I can do here is to sudo tcpdump, and then I specify the file, which is capture, all right, and then I pipe the output to awk. As you already know, awk is a programming language to process and deal with text files, doing some filterings and data processing. So I specify the -f switch, which tells me the delimiter of the file. By default, any captured file, the delimiter between the fields is space. So I put space at the delimiter, and after that, I want to specify the field that I wanted to print, right? Okay. So after that, let me put space here. Okay. So let's say print, and we specify, for example, the source. The source, you have the source IP and destination IP. By default, in capture files, the source IP address is on the field number 2. So I want to view the traffic on the source IP address. I want to see what are the source IP addresses and how many times each of these IP addresses are hit, you know. After that, I pipe that to sort command, and then unique. And let's also pipe that to head to print only the first 10 lines. So let's think. Oh, I think I forgot something. I have a problem in my syntax. Let me see if these tools are installed in Black Arc. Oh, they're not installed. So I installed awk now, and then we install head. All right, sort. And unique. Okay, let's type the command again. Let's see, there's a problem with my syntax. Okay, let me do this. Let me cancel this command over here, and we can use cut instead of specify this delimiter is space, and the field is the delimiter goes by switch D, and the field is 2. So as you can see, in field 2 there is no IP addresses. Let's try field 3. Okay, as you can see now, it has given me an output. This output is composed of the IP addresses, okay, the visited IP addresses, right? So I have visited these IP addresses, and the number on the left represents the occurrences or the number of times I visited this IP address, right? And here the protocol, which is HTTPS, which is right. We visited, all of the sites we visited a while ago are on HTTPS. So now, as you can see with switch 3, we can also try switch 4, the field 4, sorry. Switch 4 is, as you can see, it's my IP address. And my IP address here is the source IP address. So it goes like this. Field 3 is the destination IP address, and field 4 is the source IP address in the capture file. So memorize these two fields, guys. The number 3 for source, 4 for destination. And using this syntax, guys, you can list the source and the source IP address and destination IP addresses that have been spotted in the file. We can use another switch actually. Instead of using the cut or awk, we can use another command, which is built into tcpdump. So sudo tcp. Let me leave that here. Okay. So if you want to take a look at this again, or the syntax, you can view it here. I'm going to open new terminal, gray, and here I'm going to type sudo tcpdump. Show you another way of listing the source and destination IP address along with the ports, of course. tcpdump, and then the switch is source host. All right. So here I'm saying tcpdump that look, I want to, for example, if I specify my IP address, which is 192.168.94.254. Now I'm telling tcpdump that, look, man, I want to list all of the traffic, okay, the packets where the source IP is my IP address, right? So, and we specify the file, which is capture, and we say go. And it's saying that according to the file, these are the occurrences of my IP address as the source, which is doubtable. I doubt this is correct. Let me say instead of source host, let me try destination host. Me as a destination. Okay, I think this is not correct. Let me specify more. So we put, I want to view the traffic. I want to view the packets that have, gone out of my computer or my network to the website I have visited. So for this, I have to put my IP address at the source. Let me make sure this is my IP address actually. Ifconfig. It's 132. Okay, so let's change that. So 132. Oops. As you can see, these are the traffic or the data packets where the source IP is my IP address. Let's cultivate this more a bit, guys. And we pipe that to grep, and let's see here, what are the websites? Grep www or grep -a. A for pattern, right? Okay, let's start without this. So let's make that bigger. So as you can see, using this command over here, okay, I told tcpdump to list all data packets where the source IP is my IP, right? And I pipe that into grep to list all of the websites that I have visited. As you can see, I have visited YouTube, which is right, Wikipedia, I doubt, Reddit, Mozilla.org, Offensive Security, which is right, Google Tag Manager, SiteGround, and that's it. Now, what we can do here is, let's see, guys, the destination IP addresses. So here it's saying that okay. Now, what we want to do is to do the vice, to the other way around, to put my IP address as the destination and see the traffic. Sorry. So as you can see, these are the DNS names that have contacted me or inbound traffic to my IP address, okay, where this destination source is my IP address. Destination IP is my IP address, right? So let me specify the port here. you can specify the port using the switch minus, right? So minus P 80. Ah, so I think we should put minus port, not P. So port. Again, I guess index error. All right. So let me try without the IP. Let's see all the traffic where the destination port is 80. And let's remove grep. So say you want to see all the traffic on port 80. Again, I got error. So it seems that the port switch I'm using is wrong. Oh, all right. Let me try skipping the name resolution using the switch minus n. Also, again, I got an error. Saying that I used minus O at the switch, which is not. Okay. Let's remove the minus. All right. So here, all of the traffic on port 80, right? Everything that starts or everything that goes on protocol HTTP, guys. Now, what we can do, guys, is to pipe all of that to a text file and inspect that later. Also, we can view on port 443, which is the port that we have traffic on. Too much, too much, too much to deal with. It's very overwhelming. These are very basic filters, guys. So basically, these are the switches you can use to filter TCP traffic capture files. You can source by the source IP, destination IP, port number. You can pipe that to grep. You can use cut to further cultivate your traffic, further cultivate your analysis. Now, let's say you want to view the data packets, right? You want to view, like, you know, guys, in Wireshark, you have the option to view follow TCP streams, where you have the chance to view all of the packets or data packets that have traversed across the network between you and the server. You have a chance to view everything inside the packet. So how can you achieve this in Tcpdump? So basically, we can do that. We can list everything, all the data packets in one switch or one command, but this will be overwhelming, as I said. So let's say we want to see all data packets that originated from my IP address, right? So let's say you are doing a forensic investigation on a computer, and you want to see all of you got like a packet capture on this PC, and then you want to analyze what are the visited websites, what are the data packets that have been traversed across the network. So basically, we use Tcpdump, and there's an option, okay, to display these packets, which is -x, and then you specify source host, which is my IP address, and then I specify the file, right? See, everything. But as you can see, this is too much data to deal with. You want to specify the inquiry, or you want to be more specific about your process. So basically, I can pipe that. I want to see data packets on, let's say, I don't know, grep only the browser traffic, right? So www. So as you can see here, it has printed out both in hex and ASCII format. Here in hex and ASCII format, and here there is nothing to print out, only the domain, right? Now, we can further advance this analysis, guys. So basically what we can do here is to, like we said in Wireshark, we can follow the TCP stream, but in this case, using the -x option, it's going to print you the hex and the text format of the packets. There's a better option actually. Okay, you can pass the bits of there's something called the TCP header, if you have heard about this. So TCP header, there is the bits of the how can I say this? The flags. There are TCP flags. So basically, in order to filter the data packets specifically, we need to tell Tcpdump that we need to look for all the traffic where the acknowledgement and PSH flags are turned on. Why? Because all of the packets sent and received, okay, after the initial three-way handshake, all of these packets will have the acknowledgement and will have the acknowledgement flag set. Now, regarding to the PSH flag, is used to enforce the immediate delivery of a packet, and it's commonly used in interactive application layer protocols to avoid issues of buffering. So how we can tell Tcpdump, so I want to view all of the packets, to filter the packets where the acknowledgement and PSH flag is set or turned on, so that I see all of the packets after the three-way handshake stuff has happened, right? So I can do that using specific switch. You need to memorize this, guys. So let me clear all of that. Okay, now sudo tcpdump, switch is capital A, and then apostrophe tcp 13. I'm going to tell you why 13 equal 24. Now, let me tell you what is it with 13 and what is it with the 24. So basically, the acknowledgement and PSH flags are represented by the 4th and 5th bytes of the TCP header, respectively. The 4th and 5th bytes. If you do your calculation, okay, and you turn these into bits, you're going to end up with 13 and 24. So you can pass this number to Tcpdump with Tcp13 equal 24 as a display filter to indicate that we only want to see packets with the acknowledgement and PSH bits set, right? Because they are represented by the 4th and the 5th bits. The acknowledgement and PSH flags are represented by the 4th and 5th bits in the TCP header. Now, this corresponds to 24 in the bits, right? So what we can do here, we put the switch and we specify the file. Okay, so I will display all of the data packets where the acknowledgement and PSH flags are set on. And let's see what we have. Ooh, look at that. Okay, stop. Now, of course, we're gonna output this into a file, not into the command line, because it's gonna be overwhelming, guys. So now, you want to see, getting too much specific and narrowed down with these filters, you are definitely at a stage in your investigation where you know what are the data packets to look at. So basically, you need to specify like the website or the destination, okay, at which or on which you want to see the data packets, respectively, right? So let's say google.com, oh no, SiteGround. Maybe we grab some username and passwords, who knows? So now, as you can see, it has given me the output or data packets that have, that have exit change with SiteGround. As you can see, it's saying global sign, SSL, domain control validated. You see kind of text or ASCII and hex, output. And actually, this is the data that you are concerned with whenever you investigate packet captures. So whenever you investigate packet captures, guys, you need first to understand how to work with text processing or data processing commands like cut, awk, sort, unique. You need to sort out all of the IP addresses, the sources and the destinations, right? You need to know what are the sources, what are the destinations. And then after that, you need to grep and sort all of the websites that have been visited. And after determine what are the websites that have been visited, you can be sure or you can make your mind about using these advanced filters to see the data packets of every site, every destination that have been visited, right? So that's it for today. I hope these switches or hope these filters are useful and somewhat informative. And it's new, guys. I'm using Black Arc now. I'm trying to get myself familiar with this because I have only been using Kali Linux, and I'm trying to improve myself and use Black Arc at the same time. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Oops. Okay, I had to switch this.